Previously on Survivor. 17 Syracuse college students came together to form what is the first season of Survivor Syracuse. After the first challenge, the first tribe came up on top, forcing the fans to vote off one of their own for the first tribal council. Throughout the week, many different names came on the chopping block, but it was Cam who ultimately faced her fate at the end. 16 people remain. Who will be the next person voted off of Survivor Syracuse Fans vs. Firsts? Find out tonight on Survivor.
Excited right now. Yesterday I was thinking there was a very good chance that it was going to be me, and we flipped the vote at about 2 a.m. last night onto Cam, and I'm just really happy to be here, and I hope we win this. Right now Curtis is on the outs. He's the other person that votes for me, and I know it, and he should watch his back.
Okay, so honestly, that went good because I'm still here. I still don't really trust them because I'm I feel pretty good about Valentina and Paul. They didn't lead me in the wrong way, but I'm still kind of nervous because I don't really know who to trust. Paranoia kills people in this game, but I'm getting a little paranoid. So we'll see. We gotta win today. I think we're gonna win today. I don't know the challenges yet, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna win because we're really hungry for it. So let's see how this goes because that team needs to be screwed with, messed with.
Clearly very happy with how things went. Still worried about Curtis ratting me out, but I think he's lost everyone's trust. Hopefully it stays that way. If we win immunity, I'm chilling. If not, I might have to cut Colin, or hopefully they don't give immunity to I told Ava to do her best to not let them give immunity to Curtis again if they win again, because everyone hates Curtis. Not hates Curtis, but no one trusts him anymore, and he'd be easy to just guide everyone to. So hopefully that works. If not, we'll see.
Fans, come on in. Alright, welcome guys to Challenge 2 of Survivor Syracuse. As you guys can see, the fans voted off their first tribe member today, Cam. Without further ado, we'll get ready for our second challenge. First, Curtis, we'll have to take your poison away.
Okay.
Thank you. Whoever wins this challenge will get the opportunity to poison someone from the opposite tribe. As we know, it's finally shipped. So whoever wins the challenge also gets the team idol for the week. With that. For this challenge, we pay homage to the cartoon version of Survivor, Total Drama. For this challenge, all competitors will be facing in a dodgeball match. For this challenge, the teams were selected to rank their own individual athletic ability compared to the rest of their team's athletic ability. For the fans, it was 1 to 7. For the firsts, it was 1 to 8, with Sean not being here for this challenge. With the rankings, I will be calling out the numbers of the people who will have to step up to play dodgeball for that round. This game will operate as the best of 3 rounds, as the winning team will gain the advantage to poison one of their rivals and ultimately send the other tribe to tribal council, where someone will be the second person voted out of this game.
You're up.
Well, we were playing that ninja game before. Yeah. That kind of showed how fast we could.
Ollie is pretty fast.
I am very slow.
Am I too?
She slapped the hell out of
I would say Ryan next to you.
I feel like Logan.
Sorry, this is so intimate.
Probably me. I would say you too. I was your captain.
Before me.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, guys, here's the thing too. These numbers are numbers, and don't let it like affect how you play, right?
Yeah.
Like just
I think we
try
have to
to
go
win.
in with just like a lot of
good
energy.
players, and we all add value.
Yeah.
Yeah, no matter what.
Great. Catherine, Molly.
Do you want to? I feel like we should.
I don't want to take it. I feel like if you want to volunteer for a number, go ahead.
Are you
Probably be like.
are you good at throwing?
Yeah, I can throw.
I think you
Okay.
should.
I don't feel as confident. I can't.
Dodgeball, I
feel it.
Catherine's out.
You want to go, Sid? Ava, you have 20 seconds. 20 seconds before we run.
Ava's out.
That was the whole thing.
Sorry, I already warned y'all.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Sorry, guys, I didn't hear you.
Stand sideways.
Let's go. Ava, we're back here, sweetheart.
Ready?
For the fans tribe, we'll have Colin and V. First, Carly and Luca. Second line. It's on my go. Survivors ready? Go! victory. The fans, you guys have won immunity this week.
Okay.
Someone grab it.
All together. It's
Everybody touch it.
In addition, you guys have earned the right to poison someone from the other team. It's your call. You guys can deliberate.
Time for 2 seconds.
Because he's big time.
It's gonna cause a full-on meltdown on this part. He's gonna flip out.
If he gets it.
Because I think they're annoyed by him. And I've heard his name tossed around by people out there.
I think he keeps them intense. I don't think he's a helpful present during the challenge.
Yeah, he was like right.
Oh, he got out every single time. He didn't win one.
Okay, I think we all agree because like
Yeah. Are you good with
I
that?
want to like think about the pros and cons, but like, it's like
Yeah.
doesn't really nothing could outweigh that. Like,
Wait, yeah.
we're gonna say it on 3 like they do. That's cute.
Fans, you made a decision?
Yeah.
Sam's message, please.
1, 2, 3.
Brian! Alright, Brian. Brian will be safe for the next tribal council. You guys know no votes casted against him will count. Alright? Fans, you will receive an immunity idol clue. It'll be vague. Week 1 for clue. Other than that, pretty much it.
Our strategy was to poison the weakest player, or the most likely to get voted out, because he was the weakest, and I think they're all annoyed with him. We've heard names tossed around, so if we poison him, that means they have to vote out a stronger player. So that means, and they'll still have the turmoil from him and their squad. So that was our strategy going in.
What up? Just finished challenge 2. Quick thoughts, quick hits. Met the team. I think they like me. I think I did pretty well. We lost, which is dangerous. As you know, I missed the last challenge, so it definitely puts me on the chopping block in some ways, and so I'm kind of being a little candid about that I know that, and interested to see how people will like react to that. Basically, Brian, because he got poisoned, right, and now he has immunity for the next challenge, he's given 2 clues for where an idol might be. So we all looked at those together at dinner. He showed us all of them, and I have a pretty good idea of where it is. I think it's in the amphitheater in Thorndon, kind of obvious, and so to kind of spread distrust on the other team, I kind of came up with the idea of us rewriting some fake clues and then trying to share them with the other team to kind of turn them away from knowing where that immunity idol is. We've also kind of discovered the idea that it's going to be, there's a couple different idols out there, and so we now know, we think that there's like an idol that the teams are getting the clues for, and then there's also an idol that every time someone gets poisoned, they're going to get a clue for. So we know there's at least 2, in my opinion. There's probably more than that. But I'm going to, hopefully tomorrow, go put some serious time into looking for some idols. I don't think I have anything going on. And then beyond that, I'm going to talk to Colin about the clue that his team got. Hopefully he'll tell me what it is. And then hopefully Colin and I can find both. That would be pretty wild.
So right now we're looking for the idol, kind of trying to figure out what the clue means exactly. Part of the clue included the name John, and we read that Kraus there has John at the beginning of it. So we're thinking that you have to be able to see Kraus wherever the idol is going to be. We're a little bit tripped up on exactly what the alley part of it means, because if we now looked at the definition, it's such a broad term. I was very stuck on what like an alley means, where you like drive cars. So I was getting kind of frustrated, being like, that's nowhere on campus. Now we know the definition, it gets a lot more broad, and we really don't know where to go from there. We think business would reference Whitman, and books is just walking towards campus, whether it's the bookstore, or Bird, or Carnegie. A little bit unclear, so we're gonna go from there.
That's a squirrel. Are you doing oh, okay. So we're at Thorndon. We're about to start looking. We're looking for the poison idol. The poison idol? Oh, okay. I didn't even know. We're looking for one of the idols. Yeah. And set in a rock. We don't see anyone around here, luckily, by our first challenge. Yeah. Okay. Maybe we should ask this squirrel if he's seen anything. What for like a squirrel? Oh, I thought you stepped in poop. Okay, you're good. Okay. Wait, let's look over here. Do you think it's... Oh, yeah.
Carly and I are out here looking for the idols. We have arrived at Thorndon Park, and we're just going for it, honestly.
Oh my god, I'm getting...
So I just got back from Washington, D.C. Obviously, I missed the challenge this week. I was in D.C. to tour grad school, so, you know, I kind of had a legitimate reason. But I'm really just kind of hoping that the rest of my tribe won't punish me for missing the challenge. But I guess we'll see this week at the tribunal.
We're looking for the idol, and we have now discovered 3 different direct connections to John, so that's fun. We thought we had it,
Every
but
single alumni who has a building dedicated to them seems to be named John, which, when you are hunting for an idol, is very annoying.
very frustrating. We saw John on Kraus, we saw John dedicated a tree, we saw John on Hall of Languages. We also figured out that an alley is just something that's lined by trees, which is everywhere on Syracuse.
So I think we've narrowed down our idol search to campus.
No luck. We didn't find anything. We searched under nearly every freaking rock. We were here for like 35 minutes. We didn't find anything in the amphitheater. Ignored it. Yeah. It's kind of a fail. Yeah, we're pretty upset about it. It feels defeating. Yeah. We searched like everywhere. I don't know what freaking rock it's under, but maybe it's not even here. Who knows? Yeah. Maybe someone already found it and they didn't report it. Possibly. So, yeah, that's all. Just keeping you updated.
Completely unsuccessful day at Thornton Park.
I'm rather upset.
Idol's nowhere to be found. I think we're calling it a day. Both kind of exhausted.
So Ryan and I have decided that we are alliances for now because I thought that he was a strong asset to the team as soon as we started talking and collaborating and getting everyone ready for the challenge. And I felt like neither of us know the team that well, and the team itself doesn't know everyone, so we wanted to go through and analyze what's going on.
I think this was good. I think we're kind of on the same page.
We're on the same page,
yeah,
for sure.
And so I'm glad we just got kind of verbalized that.
Yeah, because I don't think by myself I would have sat down yet to look through everyone. And I think we'll certainly start to learn everyone's personalities, but there's definitely some who are speaking to me and there's some who are not.
So it's Tuesday night, midnight. Carly and I just talked. I spoke to Ava earlier tonight and told her that we are going to be an alliance, and did not tell her that I have any other alliances, even though Carly and I have been together since the beginning. So she told me some good information about the other team. They are strategizing and some of the other people are having alliances. But the biggest thing right now is that we don't know who we're going to vote off. And Tribal Council is coming this Friday. I think everyone's pretty stressed about it. I personally don't feel in danger, and I don't think Ava should either this week. However, we do need to kind of come to an agreement, because otherwise people are going to be voting everywhere. I know she told me that some people want Sean to be out first, and because he missed the last week's competition. However, I know a bunch of us are also leaning towards Molly and Catherine because they are an alliance. So, yeah, that's where we are.
Hey guys! Before we start the vlog, I just want to issue a formal apology to everyone in Syrvivor, in the group me. I went a little wild out. Fuck. Yeah, I wasn't in the right frame of mind, but yay, cool.
You care to elaborate what you said?
Okay, for those that don't know, for our loyal fans, it was Labor Day. I had some mimosas. We had some white zinni. Shout out to Franzia.
No one knows who that is. I don't know who that is. But
Franzia, the wine, the boxer. Do you drink? Okay, anyway, things went a little crazier than expected. And for those that don't know me personally, I am constantly very horny, but I only say it kind of to my friends. You know what I mean? Kind of just as a joke, but not really. I'm single, boys. And girls, why not? But yeah, and so I put in the group me I'm horny, but I spelled the horny wrong. That's when you know you're a little wild, but yeah.
But I'm kind of playing the back burner right now because I have a really strong alliance with Ryan, and I think we tell each other everything. And I know who has reached out to him. He knows who I've been in contact with, all that good stuff. And Brian and I are kind of default allies because we're friends, so we just talk about the show all the time. And
And then I reached out to Sean because Sean is one of my candidates to vote off this week, and I'm interested to see what he has to say about the show after missing a round. So I want to see how engaged he is in our FaceTime conversation on Monday, because I'm not sure if he's committed or if he will continue to miss challenges, but a lot of people are thinking about voting him off because he wasn't here. By everyone, I mean the 4 guys that I talked to. Sound like a whore, jeez. I don't know, do people expect me to make alliances with all the guys? Probably not, so maybe that's a good thing. But I've got Ryan on my side. I've got Brian on my side, I think, even though people really don't love him right now because he had that little outburst at the end of the challenge, but he's safe, so it doesn't matter. Sean, time will tell. We'll update on Monday. And Luca and I are allies, sort of allies, because we had a nice conversation last night about who we want to vote off. So I feel like I'm trying to rally the troops, trying to get one of my 2 or 3 votes off for this week. Sean, Molly, or Catherine. Because Molly and Catherine seem like equivalent people to me, and I can't ever tell them apart. And that's probably a bad thing because I don't know their personalities well enough to talk about them separately. But Ryan told me that Catherine was super into it and seemed more interested than Molly. And Brian told me that Molly is more interested and that Catherine's not as involved. So I don't really know who to believe. And Luca is indifferent because he just came to the club, so...
Hi guys, okay. So I'm currently looking for the immunity idol. The clue is basketball players, football players, baseball players. So obviously I'm thinking the dome. So I have kind of just been walking around outside the dome really sketchily. But the problem is it's under construction. If you can't see that ginormous crane. And a lot of the sidewalk around it is closed too. So I've kind of, the clue also said that we needed to do some digging. So I've kind of been looking in the shrubbery around the dome, but I have not been that successful. Okay, so I kind of moved locations. I'm still by the dome because I'm still trying to play off that, but the clue also said most will sit, but the idol overlooks all. So I've been looking, I'm kind of on a hill, if you can see. It's really dark. But I've been looking up in trees and by benches because it still said most will sit, but the idol overlooks all. So I'm thinking maybe it's up a little bit, but I've also been digging around because that's also what the clue told me to do. I'm kind of at a loss right now. I haven't really found anything, but I'm still looking and I'm remaining optimistic. So I will let you guys know if I find anything.
So tomorrow is the tribal council. For the first team, our first tribal council, kind of not nervous, but I think confused because I still really don't understand how it works. But yeah, we've been talking all week, like for some of us, about who we're gonna vote out, and we were all thinking about either Molly or Catherine, but it was kind of hard to decide because none of us really know much about the other. But we figured it was a good choice, either one, because it would break their alliance because they know each other really well. And we all don't know anything else beyond about them.
Hello!
Hey guys. So as I did briefly mention in a vlog I sent in last night, Ava and I spoke, but that was over the phone, so we didn't really get any recorded content, so we just wanted to debrief today on camera and also discuss who we're going to be voting off. So
yes.
I wanted to tell you, I did reach out to Carly last night. And she was actually super responsive, and she called me. Like, I texted her, I said, hey, I was just, wondering who you thought, and she gave me a call, and and so she said that she's going to be voting off Molly. That's who she's going to vote for.
Okay.
And I said, I was thinking the exact same thing.
Okay.
So, and then she said also, she's on the running team.
Yeah, I knew that.
So she said yesterday there was the sports club involvement fair.
Okay.
And she saw Luca, who was tabling for Frisbee.
Okay.
And so they briefly talked. She said they don't have any alliance. She said she hadn't really spoken to him, but she saw him there, and they talked about who they're going to vote off this week. And Luca was also in on voting off Molly.
Okay.
So
Okay,
she
so it
said
sounds
if
like
you
Molly's going home.
and I did tell her. I said yeah, I had briefly talked to Ava about who to vote, and we weren't sure. And she said, well, if you both vote for Molly, then we'll basically have the majority.
Okay.
The 4 of us, think there's 9 people on the team. If the 4
Okay.
of us vote for her,
Then she's out.
Hi, it's the day of tribal council and my tribe has to vote someone out, and I'm not really excited for it because I don't want someone to leave, but as of now I'm planning on voting out Sean because he missed the last challenge, and from the first challenge he didn't seem like he did that much, and I don't know if he is that good at like puzzles, and I think in our next challenge it's going to be really puzzle related, and I don't think that he's very good at it, so it would probably be best to vote him out. And yeah, Molly and I agree that we would probably vote out Sean because of those like reasons I just mentioned. So yeah.
Hello. So we have an hour before tribal council and we have to vote someone off. I talked to Catherine yesterday and we're both planning on voting off Sean, which I feel really bad about, but he didn't help out too much in the first challenge and he missed last week. And I don't want to vote off Ava or anyone else really, because everyone else did really well in dodgeball. So yeah, I'm voting off Sean. The last time I spoke to Ava and Catherine, they were planning on voting off Sean too. Brian mentioned that he was interested in voting off Sean, but he might have changed his mind. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I think I'll be okay, but you know, you're never 100% sure.
So I just got off FaceTime with Carly. We were doing a little strategizing. Obviously I missed the challenge last week, and we have the tribunal tomorrow, and my team lost. So she's telling me that apparently there are some rumblings about me maybe getting voted off. I hope that's not the case. I think there's better people to be voted off, if I'm being honest. So I've got a little work to do in the next about 24 hours. Try and see where other people are at, see if I can't change some people's minds and keep myself on the game, because to be honest, I'm enjoying it. Even though I've only been around for one challenge, I'm having a lot of fun, and I am not ready for this journey to end. So we'll see what happens tomorrow, and hopefully this isn't my last vlog for y'all.
Firsts, welcome to your first tribal council. If you look behind you, there's a torch lit. Fire represents your life in this game, and once it's out, so are you. So let's get started. Carly, start us off. You're an original fans member, and then you got switched into the firsts. How are you adjusting being a first now, and how are people taking that?
Well, some people probably know that I freaked out when I got switched because I was like, I am not in the right place. But I really love my team. Like, I think we're doing great. Like, I love being here, and I think, like, it's kind of cool having a different perspective than anyone else and, like, giving a little bit of insight with everyone that I talk to. So, yeah, it's definitely a new experience that I probably would have had a different one on the other tribe, but happy to be here.
Fair enough, fair enough. Ryan, Carly talks a lot of good things about the first tribe. Is it the same on both sides, being a first as yourself?
Yes, I definitely think I think it's good that I'm with a bunch of other firsts, because if I was surrounded by all fans, I feel like any of us would be targeted because like we'd be out first. So I think it's good that we're all kind of learning the game, and that we do have like at least one person on the team to kind of guide us. So yeah, I've been loving it so far.
Fair enough, nice. So Ava, walk me through this split. Do you find it as a disadvantage being the first side, or do you find it as an advantage, as Ryan spoke, that if you were with the fans, you'd be one of the first people kicked off?
Well, we won the first challenge, so obviously we still have some of the physical game aspects to our advantage. I think that it's difficult that we don't have the knowledge that all of the firsts do, but we do have Carly, who's our secret weapon, and she's been so helpful in kind of acting as a leader for all of us. And I think we all really mesh well as a team, so I think that our bond will kind of help us get a little bit
Molly, Ava speaks about a bond. Do you think you guys are closer together because you guys are all the first and you have that common thread within all of you?
Yeah, I think that helps. I think we're close anyways, though. Like, I think we've gotten better as we've gone on, but it helps that we all have that same kind of, like, first one.
You guys seem to be closer as a group because of this loss. Do you agree with that? I know you're a player that really wants to win. What do you see on this challenge?
Hot take. Well, I think after the first challenge, I was like very pleased and very happy that like we started off on a good foot. Like I probably would have had some personal frustration, the fact that I was switched, you know, if like we had lost, but like everyone showed up and like everyone was like really enthusiastic. And I remember us like being like, wow, we were so competitive just for 10 minutes. Like we got so excited for winning. I mean, now as a loss, it's like we have to communicate. We have to figure out where this team is going to go because this is how the game works. And like we know that it's not going to be rainbows and butterflies. Like people are going to have to leave us on the show. So I think we learned a lot about each other just because we have to face tribal council now.
Going back to Ava, she's talked a little bit about the first challenge, how you guys were all hyped. You guys did receive an immunity idol clue. Have you heard anything about immunity idols? Do you have some inkling on where they might be, stuff like that?
Okay, well, to expose myself, I've looked for immunity idols. I have not found any immunity idols. I've spent a long time kind of looking around the passageway from Whitman to Shine and then around the dome with no luck. So I'm excited for this one to come out if we win because then we can do some more digging. I do not know if anyone on our tribe has found one.
Fair enough. Catherine, Ava speaks out and clear that she's looked for the idols. Do you find that as a strike or red flag, or are you looking for the idols as well? What's your view?
I think we all have interest in finding the idols, so I think if we're like open about it and if we're willing to like share that, I think that would like be a good thing because we want to like win and like we can be open and honest with each other. Like I think bonds will become closer.
Going back to the challenge, so Sean, you were away on the trip to DC. Hope you had a great time. But do you think, since you guys lost and you're here now and you missed that whole entire challenge, do you think your name could be in danger?
I mean, it's definitely something I thought about. I'm definitely a little worried about it because like you said, I wasn't here. But I know, just kind of see what's going to happen. I mean, obviously, I hope I'm not the one that's out, but never know. So it's gotta wait and see.
Ryan, what's your view on that? It makes sense. Sean wasn't here. It could be an easy vote. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say anything before the votes are casted, but I definitely just say as a whole this week, the fact that we did win the first challenge and didn't have to vote anyone out week one, I think that made it a lot harder for us because we definitely bonded. We had a longer time to get close, the first team. You know, when Cam got voted off, I mean, multiple people, this wasn't no secret, they basically just said, you know, we didn't really know her. It wasn't, you know, but this, I feel like our team's really bonded, so it's definitely a lot harder because we do know everyone now, and we had that extra week to stay together, and now we have to make a decision, which I think we're having, you know, I think it's a lot harder than other tribes have to do.
On that note, it is time to vote. Molly, you're first. You can head over to the table.
I wish you would have reached out to me more during the game. I really haven't heard from you, haven't talked to you outside the challenges.
If anybody has a hidden immunity idol, now will be the time to play it.
Okay, cool. I called it.
I'll read the votes. First vote, Sean. Second vote. Sean. That's 2 votes, Sean. Third vote. Molly. Fourth vote. Molly. That's 2 votes, Tom. That's 2 votes, Molly. 5 votes left. Fifth vote. Molly. Sixth vote. Molly. 4 votes, Molly. 2 votes, Sean. 3 votes left. The second person voted out of Survivor Fans vs. First, Molly. That's 5. That's enough. Please grab your torch and bring it to me.
Alright, I'm gonna try not to light anyone on fire. This is so dramatic, Luke. Okay.
Molly, the tribe has spoken.
Bye.
We're down to 8.
Oh,
Match
wow.
of the Fans 7. Hopefully you guys are not packed here next week. Hopefully you guys get stronger. Thank you guys. You guys can go. Stay tuned for scenes from our next episode. Next time on Survivor. The remaining contestants face off in a game show, Survivor Feud. More and more immunity idol hunts begin to happen as finally one person finds the first immunity idol of this season.
I don't know, dude. I knew it could happen, and I kind of had a feeling that it could happen. But at the same time, Ava and I had a really good talk after last week's challenge, and we both were like, yeah, we both want to play the game the same way, still be fair, still be loyal, and so that's why we had both said we're gonna vote for Sean, and then we all went to Kimmel too, and so Brian, Ava, me, and Catherine were all gonna vote for Sean. So I don't know what happened, but it's okay. That's the way the game is. No hard feelings. I'm still gonna root for them, so it is what it is.